Hey everyone, how you doing? It's the May 24th long weekend again up here in Canada. So I decided that I would come out and cut some wood today. And while I was out here, I would shoot a video. I was just recently tagged in a video from Chris Killinger. Uh, he tagged me and two other guys. Uh, it's a tag. They wanted to know what books influenced you uh, to, well, that introduced you into the outdoors. What were the first few books or something like that? And when I watched his video, I kind of laughed because a couple of his books were ones that I had found later on, and they're great books. Uh, the I think my first book that I have here, uh, it came from my public school, from the library, uh, and once I got it, it's called The First Book of Camping. I never returned it. It says the public school that I went to right here in the front. But this was in the library. This was the first book of camping, or my first book. And you know, growing up, I always was in the outdoors. You know, with my parents. Both my parents hunted when I was young. My mother still continues to hunt, and you know, for our family trips, we were always camping and stuff like that. But when I found this book in the library, it had a lot more than just traditional camping to it. And right off the bat, I was just kind of captured by it. In the book here, there's how to build lean-tos, stuff like that. Just sort of an introduction into what we know as bushcraft today. In here, also on this page, there's how to make a whistle out of a branch that's green, which I have done. I actually have one here with me that I made out of something else from another plant sort of thing. Very similar though. So, you know, it was stuff like that that really intrigued me in the beginning when I was younger. Kind of, I was always making like survival kits kind of thing, putting weird things in them, you know, as best as a young lad, you know, could gather up some matches and a knife and stuff like that. And you know, I remember I had the strangest things in these so-called survival kits that I thought that I would use, you know, and just went out and just played and practiced sort of just right from when I was younger. I was always outside, always intrigued by nature, and especially the survival kind of side of it. But this for sure was probably the beginning of everything. You know, Boy Scouts and stuff like that, that helped quite a bit as well. And keep in mind too, when I first got into this, there was no internet. You know, you were lucky to get a book, and you know, that introduced you into things that you didn't know. So it's much easier today for young kids just to go on the internet, you know, and find out any information they want. YouTube, whatever, you know, whatever platform that they choose. But back in the day, you know, you didn't have anything, you know, so you were lucky to find something like this, and then everything else from that point on was just trial and error. My grandmother, when she was alive, she was a trapper, and I have books that were passed down to me from her. Again, these books here were all that I had growing up, and some of them are quite old. I keep them. I just kind of keep them in a bag and try and keep them safe. But there's a little one, How to Trap and Lure and Use Bait for Greater Profit. Just a tiny old book. You know, it was probably in the early to mid 70s that this book but you know, just stuff like that, you know, little things like that. She was a big influence too, you know, being a woman that could handle herself in the outdoors without problem, you know. Um, the one that stands out the most of all these books, and Dave Canterbury, I saw one of his videos where he has, I think, this exact book, and maybe another one. I'm not sure if it's maybe this one or something like that. I think he was asking people if they had any, maybe they could send them his way because he was collecting them or whatever, because they're quite old, very hard to find on the internet. This one here is called Woodcraft, and this one, it's too bad it's ripped, but it's been like that since I've had it, I think. My grandmother wrote in it here, July 15th, 1977. So I was 1 year old at the time when she had this. And this book it has everything in it, like from how to build your fires, different fire lays for cooking on, stuff like that. A bow drill, lighting fires with a magnifying glass, stuff like that. How to make a net, you know. What else is here? How to use an axe properly, stuff like that. How to make a pair of snowshoes if you had to. Compass direction, mapping. It's just full how to make a pack frame. How to make did I say how to make a log cabin, even how to start and build a log cabin. How to make a wood stove inside the cabin. It just a great little book, and you know, like I said, when you're younger and you get these books, you know, you kind of protect them like they're your Bible, sort of, because that's all you had, you know. The internet came later, and with the internet, my knowledge for the outdoors, for bushcraft, survival, stuff like that, it just exploded, because, you know, the little bit of background that I had from books like this, the internet just blew it up, sort of. I was able to see others that were way further advanced than I was in this sort of bushcraft sort of lifestyle. So it was later on in life that actually everything kind of came together, and gave me even more confidence than what I had when I was younger. But certainly, you know, I do believe that there's probably everybody out there that has a book in their life or something that's influenced them and directed the books today that you can get, you know, Morris Kohansky's book, Ray Mayer's book, you know, stuff like that. I have both of them. I have quite the collection of different books and stuff like that that have just taught me so much more. And then the thing about a book is, you know, YouTube is great. Like, don't get me wrong, you can watch as many videos as you want, but a lot of times too, you'll come out in the bush and you have those questions, you know, what did he do here, or how exactly was that done, sort of thing. So having a book with you, that you can bring out with you, it one, it gives you ideas of stuff to do while you're out here, stuff to practice. Whereas the video, you know, you try and retain it. If you're anything like me, I don't retain everything. So I'll watch it and I'll want to do it, and then, you know, it just kind of escapes my memory once I get out here. But having a good bushcraft book with you, it doesn't, you know, you're not limited to what you can do out here. You can come out here with nothing to do, open up that book, and ideas just kind of unfold right there in front of you. So I think books are really important. That's why I really like this. You know, I appreciate being tagged in this by Chris, because I do see the importance of books and stuff like that, that we are influenced by. Excuse me, I'm cooking duck wraps here while I'm out. I don't know how much more wood I'm going to cut now that this is on. But Yeah, and the whole idea of this tag is to tag 3 other people, which which is good. Hopefully that doesn't get too loud. Um, so I think my 3 people, my 3 choices will be one. Um, his name is Sweetly Outdoors. That's his YouTube channel. This guy is he's very quiet. I think he's only spoken a couple videos, so it'll be interesting to see what exactly how he approaches this, if he wants to do it. There's absolutely no pressure. Like it makes no difference really. But I watch his channel whenever his videos come up or try to, and his video content is very well done. His camera work, stuff like that. You know, I lack that. You know, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to the camera work. It's pretty much stationary and that's it. But he's got different angles and stuff like that. Great music that goes along with it, and it's just a very peaceful watch when you watch his channel. I'll try and put a picture up of his channel so you can go check him out. But I enjoy his channel quite a bit, and comment and stuff like that. And he also watches my channel. So I hope I'm saying that right. It's a Sweetly Outdoors, and I think that I don't know for sure, but I think that maybe he's a firefighter, like a bush firefighter. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, I would like to tag him and just see. He's from northern Florida, I think he once told me, and yeah, I would just like to see maybe he's got a few books out there that or that he has that that would influence him into the outdoors, and to kind of that has put him where he is today, sort of. Um, my other choice for a tag will be the Michigan Hiker. It's just Michigan Hiker. Uh, Larry D is his name, and I love this guy because, honest to God, his videos are they're fun to watch. He's got this voice that, honest to God, I just, it captures me. Like, the guy could tell stories, I think, or should be on the radio. I've told him he should be on the radio with a voice like that. But he's a awesome outdoorsman. He loves getting out. He goes on canoe trips, stuff like that. He goes out for day hikes, overnighters, stuff like that. Loves cooking, and he's trying out different stoves and stuff like that. He also has a cabin somewhere, I think probably in Michigan as well. And we talk back and forth the odd time. But I'm sure that guy has got books, you know, that he has read. But it would be great if everybody could just go over and check out his channel as well, because Larry D is his name, and Lawrence Dorenzio, I think his name is. But a fantastic channel to watch. I enjoy watching it all the time, and he's a good guy. So yeah, check him out, and hopefully maybe he comes through with this tag. My third choice is a big one. I've been lucky enough to speak to him through YouTube, through Messenger, emails, and stuff like that. And his name is Rick Negulero. Negulero is the name of his YouTube channel. And I have to say, I've said it before, but I think, to be honest, in my opinion, I have not seen anybody else produce better quality bushcraft videos than this guy. You know, there's a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of good information out there, but this guy's approach is, you know, it's just spot on, sort of. He doesn't ram it down your throat that he knows everything. It's pretty much just a sit back and watch someone do bushcraft at a very high professional level. You know, he has this series on his channel. It's called the TP Diaries, and when I found that, I could not stop watching it. You know, this guy, like, he's no joke. He knows what he's doing, and he's very comfortable. You can see it in his videos. He's very comfortable with how he approaches things. His confidence of his level, or his confidence level, is right up there. But I enjoy his videos probably the most. You know, every time one comes out, it excites me. I'm like, okay, right on, I'll watch that tonight or something like that. You know, sometimes I try and save them up so I can watch a couple of them. But he has more to do on his channel. The guy's a fantastic artist, makes his living at it, lives in Sweden. He's really, truly living the life, you know. He's had some ups and downs there in the past short while there with, I broke his ankle, I broke his arm. But he's back, he's on the mend, he's back out, and he's still doing it. And it's amazing. I love his channel so much. And I know that guy for sure has got some books. He's probably well read, and just watching his channel you can tell, like, he's the classic bushcraft person. His gear is directed directly to him. He knows what he likes, he knows what he wants to carry, and he certainly knows what he's doing, you know. And yeah, I would like to tag him and find out what Rick Negulero, what he's got in his bag, sort of books that he's read. And that's about it, I guess. I'm just going to finish cooking this duck up and sit back and enjoy the rest of the day. It must be probably 4 o'clock now, I guess. So I'm probably not going to do too much after this duck. But anyways, I appreciate watching. Thanks for your time.